Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at an upcoming game called Star Conflict. You can see this is a kind of, looks like there's 3 different realms to choose from, and then from there is also going to be, 2 more choices to make. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a 3-realm combat game, kind of in the style of Dark Age of Camelot, Warhammer Online, that kind of game, maybe even Guild Wars 2, but it is a sci-fi version of, I'd almost call it Counter-Strike, but with some RPG aspects to it. And it's ship combat instead of first-person player combat. You get into these missions, you complete an objective, it's basically a first-person shooter, only, actually it's kind of a third-person. You have a respawn time if you die, and you will have a ship, or multiple ships in the future, that you can kind of upgrade and unlock new equipment for, and then the games themselves, you fight other players. You can see the graphics actually look really nice. This appears to be a free-to-play game, and it looks nice. I mean, between this and Warframe, we're getting a decent number of games with high graphics fidelity that are free. It's kind of a refreshing change sometimes. Although I'm not the kind of person that says that a game has to look great to play great. Sometimes graphics are secondary to amazing gameplay. But this seems to have pretty reasonable combat, and it's looks promising and kind of fun. I don't know. Sometimes people have the fear of the possibility of pay to win with free to play. It doesn't look like it. It looks like you can basically buy everything with either in-game currency or gold, which you basically can purchase. And those are the premium items. They seem to be, at best, marginally better. And I mean marginal. I had a weapon that was like 302 DPS. The premium one was 303. So it was a lot of games that offer that will be, yeah, you can buy this weapon for 50 DPS, or you can buy the premium one for 100. It doesn't seem to be the case in this game. They seem to have struck a good balance to encourage min-maxers to support them while offering almost the exact same thing for anyone else. One thing to keep in mind is weapons do have a range restriction, and you can see them shooting from thousands of kilometers? Meters? I don't know. I'm basically out of range, and I'm wasting missiles. I have a limited number of missiles, and guns can overheat. You can see the HUD we have on one side shields, which does regenerate, and the other side is hull damage. If your shields run out, get out of combat, let them regen. If they don't, well, you're dead. And if you die, you have to wait to respawn. You can see we're basically got objectives to kill, and these are the objectives right here. They have drones protecting them. You got to kill the drones first, and then after that you can damage the other guy. Looks like I'm being healed. I actually thought this was a ship attacking me, but I believe this is actually healing my hull damage. Looks like it. I can't actually tell, but I think the purple beam is a heal, and I'm just following around shooting at him. Thankfully it's a single player, so I don't have a player yelling at me going, "Hey, you idiot! Don't shoot me!" You can see we're fighting outside of a planet in an asteroid field. Probably a moon. We probably destroyed the moon. That's not a moon, that's a space station. No. Hey, for $847 quadrillion, we could have built a Death Star. Alright, getting in range. Looks like we've got some other, well, AI. They're not playing as players right here. But there is an option. There's single-player practice matches, which are basically fully-fledged matches against AIs. There's no players in them. Then there's arcade styles, all kinds of different styles. We'll actually look at the ship area, the interface, in just a second. I'm just going to kill this. Got him. Alright, let's leave this and go ahead and check out the rest of the interface. Alright, and here we go. We are at the game that's not in the middle of a mission. You can see the hangar. Here's where you get your different ships. Different style of ships. You have your fighters, and you can actually purchase the drones or interceptors that are around those bases too. You can see there's a progression system. As you level up, you can unlock higher level versions of these ships. So I could make a higher level version of this one. Or in the future I can buy more. Looks like I'd have to pay... maybe I do have to pay current ink credits for that one. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that in the future. And then you can see the skill tree. It's kind of a passive skills think a little like Path of Exile, only not so insane. And if you hit F10, it brings up a little help menu to explain some of the finer details. It costs, looks like, both gold and experience. I was given some gold. I think that's just for participating in the beta. Wondering if in the future we'll have ways of actually getting gold in game. I thought the gold was the microtransaction system. Maybe it's not. Can't imagine them not letting you unlock skills. If so... Well, let's compare equipment. So you can see these are upgrades I can get. I have, I believe, the Mark 1 of the railgun. I'm going to go with lasers, probably. So you can see you can purchase it for 60,000 in-game credits, which I'll probably end up purchasing a weapon, an armor, and a shield. That's probably the way I'm going to go about it. But you can see, let's scroll down. There's the premium ones that cost gold instead of currency. And oh, these are missiles. Just trying to find something that's similar. Now, I'm looking at the DPS difference between these. So the premium items are basically on par with the blue items, which are a little more expensive. So you can unlock everything the same, at least on the items list. Maybe the skills and the ships to look into in the future. But for item upgrades, you can purchase everything for in-game credits or premium gold, and it's basically all the same. It just requires the rare item instead of the basic white. Just costs credits. So I'm going to end up getting a laser, an armor, and probably a shield too. So let's go ahead and look how to equip all that. So you come over here to the equipments tab, you click on the item you want to swap, and there we go. Now I have the Mark II lasers instead of the, I think it was a Mark 0 railgun. It's a basic gun. I pretty much spent all my money, and I'm ready to go back and see if I've gotten any improvements. First thing we'll notice is the fact that I wasn't using lasers before, I will be now. So here is the kind of overview map. When you die, you respawn, you come back to here. It doesn't seem like you have a limited number of lives or ships or anything like that. You just kind of have to wait for respawn. It seems like the game gets progressively, the respawn timer gets progressively longer as the game goes on, or as you die more often. So it's going to have kind of that Dota style of penalty where you don't want to die just over and over and over again. The goal of the game is to kill the other 3 points. You have to kill the drones first, and the other players, well in this case AIs, are going to come and kill them, and I have some AI help too. I'm just going to move forward. I don't seem to be able to keep up with other players. I don't know if there's a special speed boost that I'm just not using, but holding down space does turn on your extra little bit of engine, a little bit of oomph. That's why the little flame behind me. You can actually turn, not spacebar, that's W. Spacebar actually will steer you up. You can use WASD to move, or you can actually just kind of aim and you'll turn towards an area. It seems like if you do both, like if I aim left and hit A, I'll actually turn a sharper left. Hitting F1 brings up the menu, but remember this is going to be in real time, so I'm not going to pause. He just got away. You can see I hit his shield about half, which as soon as he gets out of combat, it's going to regenerate all his shield, so I did no permanent damage. Fun little game, basically a space ship-based version of a Counter-Strike style game with some progression to it. Looks promising. It's currently in the beta. If I could check it out. It is called Star Conflict. If you like the content, stay tuned to more videos from MMO Play. Thanks for watching. Got 'em.